Literally after a kind of a poor start to the season, we really turned things around. The last 2 games of, you've been putting up some impressive performances.
Yeah, I think it's always going to take time. I think coming from the first division, a transition into, tougher standards, you get punished for your mistakes. I think it was always going to take time. Thankfully it didn't take as long as, sometimes it takes. Thought we were unlucky against Bows in the first game. We didn't really get things going, but we still could have come away with something in the game. And then going up to Derry's always a tough trip. They're a very good side, they moved the ball very well, so that was tough. But after that then we just kicked into gear. We knew the UCD game was going to be a big game. There's a little bit of pressure on us, not having any points on the board, and newly promoted, you don't want to kind of be down there struggling for wins all season. So we knew it was a big game. We had to do well, so we knuckled down and we worked hard that week, and thankfully everything came together and we showed what we can really do, and then we just really kicked on from there. So long may it last.
Yeah, that UCD game, was a very impressive performance all around. It was a really good team performance. Yeah. As you said, the pressure was on. That probably gave you a bit of confidence in it, that you're going to win games in this division, and the performances after that have been impressive. It's like attitude, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think when you get a performance like that, we score 4 goals and you keep a clean sheet. Morale is high. People are confident in their game, and the connections and the chemistry with certain players all around the pitch is a little bit better, when things are working and things are going well for you. So I think we took that with us and went up to Tala, and we went to the showgrounds of Sligo, 2 top teams in this country, and we just wanted to go and show people what we were all about. There's nothing to fear. We're more than good enough to compete in this division, so we just wanted to show what we can do, and as we showed, we're well capable.
Yeah, so it's impressive. Like scoring 6 goals in those 2 venues that you mentioned, between them, like in Tala and up in Sligo. But I suppose the negative side of that is conceding 6 and late goals as well, when you had the 3 points in the bag.
Yeah, well that just says it all, really, doesn't it? You go to Tala and you're disappointed with a point, and then you go to showgrounds and you're disappointed with a point. It just shows how well we've been doing, and I think if we just have that mentality, going forward, there's nothing to fear, and everybody just rally together and show people what we can do. We'll be fine.
Just on a personal note for yourself, your confidence must be on a high. 4 goals already and an assist, so. Obviously you're happy with your own performances, your own contribution.
Yeah, I suppose when you're the centre forward, it's the number 9 in a team, you have to score goals. Throughout my career, that's always been something that's been built into me. Certain managers I've worked with, and they always want their number 9s to score goals. You can coast through a game and not really be involved, but the main thing is putting the ball in the net. So I think getting off to a good start, that Bows game, scoring that goal, it was just a nice little, kickstart for me, and I just kind of took it from there. Obviously going to Derry was difficult, but still had chances, should have scored a couple, but that Bows game was just a real booster, and I've been working hard on certain sides of my game that I want to do better at, and putting the ball in the net is the number 1, so I'm glad I can do that, and long may it last.
Yeah. What kind of game do you anticipate against Shells?
It's going to be a tough game. We've watched them, and they're very, very organised, they're very solid, very compact, don't concede many. They haven't really scored many, but I think it'll be a really tough game, hard team to break down, so we'll have to figure out a game plan, and hopefully we can execute it.
Yeah, same kind of record as yourselves, isn't it? 1-1, was it drew 2 and lost 2?
5 points, it's the same, yeah, I think so, yeah. So I think it's a good game, be a tough game, they're a good side, good manager, so I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully we can do well and get the 3 points.
Yeah, in the past I suppose Cork City built a lot of their success on being so hard to beat at Turner's Cross. Yeah. Obviously that's the plan again. I know you beat in the opening game, but obviously with the confidence you got now in the last few matches, you want that to happen. The Shells are going to have to really be at their best to beat you, kind of thing.
Well, that's the thing. We need to, we can't make it easy for teams especially coming down to Turner's Cross. We need to, like you say, make it a fortress. We need to make it difficult for teams. Don't give them an easy ride. And I think if we did, like we showed, if we can do what we can do, we can make it difficult for anybody in this league.
Best of luck, Friday.
Cheers, thank you.
Obviously the overall standard is going to be a big jump when you go from the first to the Premier Rory night, but specifically what are the differences you notice during games? Is it kind of less time on the ball? Is it quicker decisions have to be made, or what is it that kind of sums up the differences?
I think it's the first division is just very physical. It's hell for leather for 90 minutes, but I think this division is you get punished for your mistakes. There's a lot of top players in this league, and there's a lot of international players playing this league, and I think, you know, you make mistakes, you get punished. I think that's the biggest one. So the more mistakes you make, the more you get punished.
How has it been for you in terms of, you know, obviously getting the few goals to start off the season? Like, I'm sure coming into the Premier you would have been confident anyway, but it's no harm to actually see it in action and know that you can do it at this level as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's, you know, you want to be playing at the highest level, whatever country you're in, and that's just me. You know, I really enjoy these games, going to Tella, going to the showgrounds, you know, playing bowls at home, like huge games. They're the games I thrive in, I love playing in. So, you know, it hasn't been a bother to me, and you know, I just want to get out on the pitch and show people what I can do.
Like, you've become kind of a fan favourite with the, you know, the way you play the game. You're kind of not afraid to put your body on the line. Is that a side of your game that's always kind of come naturally to you?
Yeah, I think that's just, it's always been me really, you know, from when I was a kid to now. I've always got stuck in, you know, when I'm at my best, I'm running around and, you know, making it difficult for people, and I think that is the side of my game that's, you know, kind of one of my strengths.
What did you play? A bit of Gaelic football as well?
I did.
Mayo, yeah.
I did athletics, I played rugby, I played Gaelic, so I think all of those things have really, you know, been a factor in certain attributes I have on the football field, so it's all helped me.